on and off 25 times. So, all right, now we are recording. Okay, so let's take a look at our assignment status from yesterday. Zoom window. There we go. Okay, so here we've got yesterday. Yesterday you had a journal, a flip grid, a math test, and Harry Potter. I got everything from Aaliyah, Amara, Ashton, Amy. Bentley, you never logged on with Miss Amanda, so now you need to remember to do it today so you can take your math test. Billy, same thing goes for you. I don't know where you were. The only person who logged. Oh no, Billy, you were there, right, Miss Amanda? Yeah. Billy, you were there. You just didn't finish it. That's right. Okay. So Bentley, Billy, Natalie, you got to go to Miss Amanda straight from me today, except for girl groups at 11. So Natalie, you got a party today, girl. Good morning, Jose. No, Leah. Brandon. All right. So Billy, make sure that you get with Miss Amanda after class and you can finish that today, okay? I got everything from Brandon, Braxton, Christian, Hade, Haiti, Jonathan, Jose. I at least got something from you. I got everything from Leo, from Maddie. I got half from Michael, everything from Montserrat, everything from Natalie, everything from Toto, everything from Valeria, everything from Wyatt. So there are 22 of us still, and when I count, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of us that didn't make it yesterday. So how many is that?
18.
Minus 4 makes 18. Good news. 18 is going to earn you some money.
More numbers.
Here you go. You're getting closer and closer. Closer and closer. All our dreams may come true on Friday. There you go. I did a little sticky note to remind myself, to remind you that I don't have Harry Potter permission from Aaliyah, Billy, Daniel, Hade, Jose, or Natalie. If you're on that list, I need a text from your family that says that you can watch that movie. Capiche? Okay. Capuchal. All right, we are still missing an Ashton, a Daniel, a Leo, a Michael, and a Polo, correct? Nobody sees any of those guys? Sometimes I miss someone. Okay, let's take a look at what we're doing today. Today is Tuesday. Just kidding. There we go. Today is Tuesday the 27th. Pandemic day 492 and a half. I was working on next week, so it's going to take a minute. Maddie, I put the link at the top. I hope you were really impressed with me. So there is a slight change when you log on, guys. Now at the very top of the page will be 5th grade family Zoom meeting. That's what I decided to call it. So you don't have to scroll all the way down, as Maddie says. It'll be right there at the top. See, look, just for you, Maddie. Okay, you can use that link, or you can use the link that's posted for the day. It doesn't matter. It'll take you to the same place. So here's today, Tuesday, October 27th. We have girl group with Mr. Michael at 11 o'clock. So my friends who are in girl group, you will see that link. If you're not in girl group, you won't see that link. You've got today's Zoom meeting. You've got a journal, which a bunch of people already did. You've got a PE video from Mr. Seaver. I want to show you something. I made a slight change to your life. You're looking so you can see me. It's weird to listen to somebody talk when you can't see them. Your PE video and reflection are now posted as one assignment. Does everybody see that? Up until now, we've had video and then reflection. But today we made a little switch up and you've got both of them on the same thing. Everybody think they can handle that? I think you can. I think you can do it. So there's the video for you to watch and there's the reflection for you to fill out. I still have people who are turning this reflection in not complete, either missing a picture or not answering the questions in a complete sentence, blah, blah, blah. You got to fill it out completely. There's no reason not to get 10 points on this assignment, you guys. But they are together, so hopefully that works out okay for you. And then you do have chapter 7 of Harry Potter. The thing that is missing from our schedule for today is this math test, which we started yesterday. Because we started it yesterday, we're going to finish it today. So let me grab it for you. I'll bring it up. And now it's on the right day for us. Okay? Everybody good? Everybody sees we got to do today. Got 4 things to do. Pretty normal. You've got a journal, math test, PE, Harry Potter. Okay? Everybody good? Yeah? Okay, I'm going to stop my share for a second. So yesterday I was in office hours with a group of people and we were working on this math test. I got a lot of math tests already turned in yesterday. There are just a couple people who didn't turn it in or didn't do it or didn't turn it in. The part that we did yesterday was worth 18 points. So what I want you to do right now is look and see how many points did you get. Okay, so go look and see. Look on Google Classroom and check and see how many points did you get yesterday. If I'm Bentley or Billy or Natalie, I haven't graded yours because you guys were finishing them. Bentley has to start his. If you're a person who didn't turn it in, you don't have a score, but everybody else will have a score there. So I need you to go and look at your math test and see how did I do so far. The part we did so far was worth 18 points. So you want to see an 18 there. Are you looking? Brandon, are you alive? Come on, Brandon. There he is.
I got 17.
I know you did. You did a good job. All right, so you are looking to see how many points did I get yesterday? It was out of 18. Wyatt, I need you to pay attention to what we're doing, please. Okay, for some of us, when you go to look up that score, it's a little bit of a scary thing because it's nowhere near 18. Some of us, you rocked it. You were right up there. You had 17, 18. A couple people missed a couple points and went back and corrected them. For every single one of you that did not get 18, in the comments, I told you what you missed. Now it's up to you to either fix it or not. Okay, today when you log on to take the back side of that page, you want to try to correct the things from the front side because right now some of us are failing this test big time. Big time.
Are you supposed to be screen sharing?
No, because I don't want people to see the horrible scores that some people in your class got because they would be embarrassed by them, which is why I had you go and look at them by yourself. Because some of us don't want everybody to see our scores right now. If you've got 15, 16, 17, 18, you're rocking and rolling. 14's not bad. Below that, you've got some work to do today. I've got people with 4s. I've got people with 5s. It's a scary thing right now. If you're one of those people and you want my help fixing it, you have a little bit of a problem because today during office hours, I'm not going to be able to help you fix page 1 because I'm going to be working on page 2. Jose, you have a 0 out of 27 because I can't read what you posted. It doesn't say you have 27 points. It says you have 0 points. Okay. So do you see the comment where I said, Jose, I need to actually see your test to grade it? Do you see the comment there, Jose? I don't know why in the morning you can't talk or turn on your video. It's a little confusing to me, but if you're gonna chat to me, I'm gonna answer you. You turned in a picture that shows like 2/3 of the test, Jose. How am I supposed to grade that? So you got a 0 right now. So you got some work to do, mainly turn in a picture I can read. But if you are a person who did really, really badly on the front side of this test, and there is a handful of people who did really, really badly on this, you need to correct it. If you don't correct it, your math grade is going to go down in a burning ball of fire, and on your grade printout this Friday, it's going to look like there's flames coming out of your helicopter. Okay, Leo, we're looking at our math test score from yesterday, so I need you to look at Google Classroom and look and see what you got. Okay, the part of the test that we took yesterday, Leo, was worth 18 points. So you want to see an 18 on your score. Okay. Now, if I have a 4, a 5, a 6, if I just really, really, really bombed this, you're going to need to come to office hours on Wednesday. That's tomorrow, because I can't help you in office hours today. In office hours today, I'm going to be helping people with page 2, today's assignment. But if yours is a hot mess and needs your love and attention, Wednesday is going to be the day to come to office hours to try to fix it. Okay? Now, we've talked a lot about this, but the reason that some of us are really, really not doing well on this test is because you can't find your notes and you can't find the pages that we did in class. You have to keep track of that stuff, you guys. If you don't keep track of it, you have nothing to help you. Okay? So let's try to find the pages that we're going to need today to help us today. Okay? So I'm going to share Elmo with you, because we've got the back side of that page to do today. Okay, if I'm a person that didn't do anything on it yesterday, I've got the front side to do too. But this is the part of the test that we are going to be working on today. I will be doing this in office hours if you'd like to come. Okay, we did the front side yesterday. This is the back side of the same piece of paper. And up at the top, I see the number 2. It should be 3. Miss Tanner did a good job on that. Says number 2, should be number 3. And I see the directions, use words, numbers, or pictures to explain how your answers to part A and B are related. The other pieces of paper that you need to be able to locate are pieces of paper that we did last week on Thursday. And I told you that you needed to keep these, so hopefully you did. We did 2 pages last week on Thursday. We did 1 during class and 1 for homework. At the top of them, it says mid-module 2, review 2, classwork. And the other one says mid-module 2, review 2, homework. Last week, I said probably 12 times that these pieces of paper look exactly like your test. And then we talked about how you're going to want to keep them so that when you're taking your test, you have those pieces of paper sitting right next to you. Hopefully you heard me one of those 12 times, and you can now find those pieces of paper. I can't give you another copy, and even if I could, it would be blank, so that wouldn't help you a whole lot. If you can't find these, you could log on to Google Classroom and go to the day that we turned this in and look and see if you can read it on Google Classroom. Now, if you turned in a super blurry picture that I couldn't read, it's not going to help you very much either. But it is there on Google Classroom. If you can't find it in real life, if you turned in your homework on Thursday, going to be there. So that is a suggestion for those of us who can't seem to find things. So your test today for math, the first question says solve. Okay. So it wants you to solve both of these multiplication problems. So it wants you to do A and B, and then it wants you to explain how your 2 answers are related. If you have this lovely piece of paper right here, you have a wonderful sentence that we wrote together in class that would be really good to be able to copy onto that test. So hopefully you can find it. The second thing on your test today asks you to solve using the standard algorithm. That means it just wants you to multiply. It wants you to multiply this one, and it wants you to multiply this one. Okay, be careful with your placeholders. Make sure you have the right number of partial products, all that stuff. That's the only thing it's asking you to do, okay? Jonathan, I really need your attention because yesterday you ignored me while I was giving directions, and then you turned in your test with no sentences on the bottom half of your test, which shows me that you weren't listening to me then, and you also weren't paying enough attention to your test to read the directions. So today I need your attention here, okay? When we did this homework assignment, you did the same thing. You didn't copy down the whole sentence that we wrote here. And so now I don't know if you have that whole sentence because you turned in a sentence that was halfway done because, again, you weren't paying attention to what I was doing. So today's the day you want to be paying attention because this is the test. The last question on your test today looks almost identical to this question that we did on your homework the other day. Okay, we solved for the field trip and they bought chips and they bought sandwiches and then it asked how much money did they spend all together. Does everybody remember doing this problem? We did it in office hours. We rocked its socks off. We did a great job. If you look at your test question, it's almost exactly the same darn thing. They bought sandwiches and they bought chips. How much did the school spend in all? The only thing that's different is the numbers. So if you took good notes and you have a good answer from that homework page, you're going to just be able to look right at and copy over the information that we did in office hours or on your homework if you weren't in office hours. So today's part of the test probably will take you less time than yesterday's, I would think, but I don't know. You've got 1, 2 math problems to do and a sentence to write. Then you've got 3, 4 math problems. And then down here, we know that there are 3 math problems we have to do. So what's that make? 7? You've got 7 math problems to do and a good sentence to write on that first one. If you would like help on this, you want to be in office hours today. Polo, you did the same thing on this test that you did on the last one. You come to office hours every day and then you don't show up to take your test. I'm going to need you there on Wednesday if you want help on that first part. Okay, but I need you there today. Okay, you're a person who usually goes to office hours. You want to go to office hours for a test. That's not the time to not show up. Okay, so everybody understand what we got to do for our test today? Yes, 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 yes. I'm not even going to ask who can find those homework assignments because I'm done trying to organize you. Good luck. That's where Ms. Steiner's at today. Yes, Maddie, I see your hand. Yeah, Maddie.
My internet kept taking me off. How many people did we get turned in our homework?
How many people turned in your homework? Is that what you said, Maddie? It was 18 people. I don't know if she can hear me or not.
Okay.
Okay, no, she feels better now. Now she knows. All right, are there any other questions on your test for today? No? Okay, I need you to make sure that your test is put away. Yesterday we had some people who were not paying attention to the next part of our discussion because we were so excited to take that math test. And then we weren't listening to directions. So make sure that math test is put away, okay? If you want to come to office hours and do it with me, I would love to have you there. I think the people who were in office hours yesterday would tell you that they did better than they would have if they weren't in office hours yesterday. So that's good news. All right, we have an essay to work on this morning. Then we're going to take a little break, do some circuit training, and then we're going to continue on with Columbus. I promise you get to draw some pictures today for Columbus, promise. You're very excited to draw pictures in your social studies notes. Okay, here we go. Let's look at our essay. I'm going to remember to share my screen with you. Here it comes. Just kidding. Now it's coming. Okay. Everybody can see our essay. We've been working hard. Yes. Yes. Okay. I'm going to read it to you. I always tell people you got to read what you got so you know where you're going. So here we go. Dealing with COVID has been really hard. The 3 very worst parts of COVID are not being able to go to school, having to sit in front of a screen all day, and not being able to gather in large groups. I wish COVID would go away because I want to play with my friends and not be 6 feet apart. COVID is not fun because we have to do everything online. Okay, now that paragraph, sorry, I have to get this out for you today. That paragraph is called our what? What is the name of that first paragraph? Do you remember? What is the name of that first paragraph? Montserrat.
The title?
Essay?
No, not the title, not the essay. What's that first paragraph called? It is that first paragraph called.
I'm missing connection.
I'm pointing at it. What's it say?
Introduction.
Introduction. Are we alive? I know Jonathan is. Anybody else? Yes. Yes. Okay. A lot of you have heard the word introduce. Like your mom might say, go over there and introduce yourself, right? Or introduce your brother to your friend, right? You've heard that word used like that, right? When you introduce somebody, you're saying, hi, my name is Braxton and I go to Alton School and I'm 10, 11, 10, and I'm 10 years old and I have a little brother. You're introducing yourself, right? And in an essay, your introduction paragraph does the same thing. Your paragraph is introducing what the essay is going to be about. All right. So you guys did a great job crafting together this introduction. You have all the pieces. You have a topic sentence, a listing sentence, an elaborating sentence, and a concluding sentence. If you handed this essay to your mom and she read it, would she know what your essay is about?
Yes.
Wyatt says no. Everybody else says yes. Billy, I need you to sit up, please. It's not nap time. Up, sit, up, sit, up, sit. on your bottom. Stop rolling around on your bed. Thank you. So your introduction is supposed to introduce your reader to what the essay is about. Other than Wyatt, would we all agree that our introduction says what this is about? Yeah, it's an essay about how COVID sucks, right? We could write a long book about this. Okay, then you guys told me that the first thing on our list was not being able to go to school. Okay, and then we wrote a whole paragraph that matches, that talks about why it stinks to not be able to go to school. So it matches. Everybody sees that, right? The same order. We're going in the same order. First thing, not being able to go to school. First paragraph, not being able to go to school. So what's the second thing you see? Come on, guys. I need your focus here.
Having to sit in front of a screen all day.
It's going to turn into you write it all down. Anybody want to sit there and write it all down?
No.
All right, then snap out of it. Let's go. We got things to do. So the next thing that you guys said was that you did not like having to sit in front of a screen all day. Everybody sees that? Need your attention here, please. Or we can all do what Braxton was doing yesterday. Start copying the whole thing down. That sounds super fun. No? Okay, then we're going to pay attention, right? Okay, having to sit in front of a screen all day. That's the next thing we're talking about. So the first thing that I need here is to be not highlighting. The first thing that we need here is a topic sentence. My topic sentence for my last paragraph says one awful thing about living through the COVID pandemic. So I'm going to start this one. Another thing that is really horrible about COVID is that we have to spend so much time sitting in front of the computer. Okay, now computer, this is supposed to be green, so let me fix you up. All right, what is awful about sitting in front of the computer all day? I want you to chat it to me. Don't chat it to me, chat it to the whole group. Okay, so in the chat, I want you to give me a reason, give all of us a reason. What, in your opinion, is the worst part about sitting in front of a computer all day? What is so horrible? Okay, I want you to chat it to me, or sorry, chat it to the whole group. Okay, chat to us, chat to us. What is horrible about that? Okay, go, 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 go. I see lots. Don't chat to me, chat to everybody. Can you only chat to me? Is it still set that way from earlier? Yes. There you go. Okay, now you should be able to chat to everybody. Oh no, just kidding. Sorry guys, I'm getting better. There you go, now you can. Sorry, Mara, I fixed it. Oh, you got lots of good reasons. Okay, I'm going to start stealing from people. Oops, no more red. You keep them coming, keep them coming. I'm not going to put but in an essay. I'm going to say, what do you think?
Bottom.
Okay. I know that makes us sound like kindergartners sitting on your bottom, but you know. Okay, I'm just taking sentences from you guys. You better be reading what I'm writing. Okay, we keep reading. I got back, butt, eyes. It's hard to look at in the morning. I've got boring, bad for your posture, tired of sitting. Okay. Okay. I've got another thing that is really horrible about COVID is we have to spend so much time sitting in front of the computer. Sitting in front of a screen all day is really hard because it is so boring. Also, sitting and staring makes our backs and bottoms hurt from being in our chairs, and it makes our eyes hurt from looking at the screen. Okay, what else do you hate about sitting and staring at the screen? I need you this way, attention this way. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Besides the physical things, what else do you hate about it? Thank you, Jonathan, for giving me your attention back. What else do you hate about it? You can unmute and tell me, or you can chat it, up to you. Sitting in your chair, staring at the screen. Wyatt, enough. Sit down in your chair. Stop playing around. It's a short text message away to your mommy who would be livid if I told her that you're playing around during class, correct? My phone is right here. Is that what you need? Get it together. All I've got is Jose's. Come on. Other people, you said this was your #2 most horrible part about this. So what's so horrible about it? All you can tell me is it makes your butt hurt. Come on, tell me more stuff. Why don't you like sitting there all day long? I got eyes, butts, and backs. Need something else. Jonathan, what's that supposed to say?
I typed in siblings, but I don't know why it says T.
Okay, we talked about that in the last one, right? Up here?
Did we?
Did we get that in there? About not being able to do school? No, we forgot to put that on there. Let's add that up here because I really liked that example. It is also very annoying to listen to our siblings have school at the same time as us. There we go. Christian says he can't sit still after a while. I'm with you. It gets hard to sit still for so long because we are used to getting up and moving more during real school. Is that good, Christian? Honors your thought? Okay, good. Annoying siblings. Montserrat, tell me more about that.
It can get annoying just listening to them, or when they come and bug you. Like Caitlin always goes to Jonathan.
Okay, so let's add that in here. It's hard to stay focused for the whole lesson because there are other people in our houses doing other things. That's what Amara was talking about too. So it's hard because you have all these other people doing. It's hard for me to focus because I hear Rory up in kindergarten talking about whatever she's talking about, right? And I'm an adult, and that makes it hard. I like Miss Amanda has like a studio sheet behind her, so she doesn't get distracted by whatever else is going on in her house, right? We've all kind of found ways to try to stay focused on what we're doing, and it's hard. It's super hard. I totally agree with you. Okay, I'm going to put a concluding sentence on this. I'm going to make it red again so we can see our concluding sentence. And I'm going to say, I want it to sound like that first sentence. Another thing that's really horrible about COVID is we have to spend so much time sitting in front of the computer. I'm just going to switch the order. I'm going to say, sitting in front of the computer all day for is really hard. Okay, we've got one more to do. We've got 20 minutes to get it done. The last thing, the thing that you said was the absolute worst, was this one. You said the one that makes you the most angry of all is that you cannot gather in a large group of people. Hopefully that's still the one you feel is the worst, because that's what we're going on to now. Now, my topic sentence for this one's gonna be easy, because I'm gonna say, hold on, make myself purple again. The absolute worst part of dealing with COVID is not being able to gather in large groups. Okay, go for it. Let it fly. Why is this so horrible? What do you miss? What things have you missed out on? Why does this make you mad? Ready? Go. I want it in the chat. Go, 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 go. Tell me. You said this was the very worst thing, so you should have something to say about it. What large group do you wish you could gather in? I'm going to see what you've got here. I'm just going to start copying down the things you tell me. Oh, you guys are getting good. There's a lot of rants coming through here right now. We can't play at the park or play soccer because there will be too many people there. Can't eat out. You guys are going for it. Going for it. Okay, no sports to play. The mall, can't see our family. The water park, you can't eat out. Yeah, Halloween, Hade. I know that's really hurting people right now. Whatever version of Halloween your family is okay with you celebrating. We are sad that we missed out on the Bass Derby this year and that we won't be able to celebrate Halloween the way we usually do. Okay, I'm still reading. Sorry, guys. Oh, birthdays. Yes. Vacations, field trips. You guys are going to town on this one. Big Christmas parties, birthdays. Okay, I'm going to add in birthdays. Lots of people are talking about that. Many of us have missed out on celebrating our birthdays, and we miss seeing all of our family instead of just a small group. Okay, is there anything that I missed? I see Christmas. Want me to get Christmas in here? Yes, Christmas is important for me to get in here. Okay, you missed the park, Christmas parties, mask. You get hot under your mask. Leo, I feel you. Okay. We are sad that Christmas won't the same, and we can't go shopping for presents like we usually would. Okay, is there anything that anybody put in the chat that I missed? I tried to get it all in there. Jonathan, I see your hand. What was yours that didn't make it in there? Jonathan, I can't hear you because you're muted. Sorry, your dad was loud behind you, so I muted you. Still love you though. Oh, Thanksgiving. Okay, Jonathan, what were you telling me? Was it Thanksgiving? Yeah. Wyatt, I see your hand. What is it?
4-H.
4-H. Yes. Yes, clubs and 4-H. I know 4-H is doing some version of themselves, aren't they?
Zoom.
Oh, Zoom 4-H. More Zoom. Good times. Okay. Some people talked about field trips. Let's see if I can get that in here. We have missed out on fun field trips and vacations that we usually get to take. How's that? You okay? Everybody's moving, your eyeballs are like, okay, so here I go. I'm gonna read that paragraph, okay? The absolute worst part about dealing with COVID is not being able to gather in large groups. Maddie, no, I didn't turn your video off, honey. I can try requesting it and see if it'll work. There you go, see if that helps. We miss being able to see and play with our friends the way we used to. We miss going shopping and spending time going places with our family. We can't play at the park or play soccer because there will be too many people there. We have missed out on fun field trips and vacations that we usually get to take. We are sad that we missed out on the Bass Derby this year and that we won't be able to celebrate Halloween the way we usually do. Many of us have missed out on celebrating our birthdays, and we miss seeing all of our family instead of just a small group. We are sad that Thanksgiving and Christmas won't be the same, and we can't really go shopping for presents like we usually would. Although I like the end, that like the last comment in the chat was no fun. Okay, so we need a concluding sentence. Let's see. I'm going to go to red because this is our concluding sentence. And I'm going to say, we miss being able to be in large groups. How's that? Okay. Yeah. All right. Boom chakalaka. Rocking and rolling. Change that red. Okay. Tomorrow we're going to write our conclusion. You guys are doing a great job with that. Very good work. Let's do a little circuit training so we can have a little intermission. Okay, so here we go. Let me see. Katie, you're first. What are we doing, girl? Katie, what'd you say?
Push-ups.
Push-ups, she says. All right, push-ups, here we go. All right, guys, I gotta be able to see you so I know you're moving and not just sitting there like a bump on a log. Here we go. We've got 2 sets of 10 push-ups. Ready? Yeah, sure. Move this over here so you can see. We are doing our push-ups. Okay, 2 sets of 10. Here we go. Everybody ready? All right, you gotta turn your video on so I know you're moving. Otherwise, I think you're taking a nappy poo while we are working. Here we go, 2 sets of 10. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Not gonna lie, my arms are a little tired from yesterday's push-ups. I don't know about y'all. All right. Ready? We're gonna do 1 more set of 10. Jose is frozen, sorry. All right, 1 more set of 10. Ready? Here we go. 1 more set of 10. Make them good. You know, it's hard to make you do these in real life when we go back to school. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, you know what we haven't done in a long time that I think we need to do? I think we need to do a wall sit. What do you think about wall sit? We haven't done that one in a while. Let's see how we can do on that one. Are you ready? Last time we did this, I think we got to 20 seconds. So let's try for 30. Okay, we're gonna try 30 seconds. We're gonna try not to come down or up. in the 30 seconds. Let's see if we can do it, okay? All right, so you need a wall or a door. Doors work pretty well too. And remember that you want your legs to be flat. You don't want them to be a rolly hill like this, okay? Nice and flat, and then we're not gonna touch our legs, okay? I'm gonna shake them out. I'm gonna get ready. We're gonna try 30 seconds. Your legs are probably gonna shake. Gonna be okay. All right, here we go. 30 seconds. Don't touch those legs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Michael, you're making me laugh. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right. Next torture, Montserrat. Montserrat, what's our next torture? Here she comes. She was far away at her door.
Jumping jacks.
Jumping jacks. That's everybody's cop out right now. All right, Montserrat. Here we go. I'm gonna not hit my light. All right, we're gonna do 30. Here we go. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Good job. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Ponytail may not have been quite secure enough for that, you guys. All right, next torture, Michael. Michael, what do you want to do?
Burpees?
No.
Here we go. 10 down ups. Ready? Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Nothing like burpees and Uggs. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Ugh. All right. It's not cold anymore. Thanks for that, guys. All right, one more. Amara, what's your pick, Amara?
Sit-ups.
Sit-ups. Okay. Who sets a 20? Fold up my blanket here. Definitely gonna be able to take my sweatshirt off. Okay. Are we ready? All right, 2 sets of 20. Here we go. 1, 2. Good job. 6, 7, 8, 9. Christian, if you flip it over, it won't roll up. 11, 12, 13. Good job, you guys. Come on, Lara. 14, 15. Come on, Michael. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. All right, you finish your 20 and we'll do another 20. Think we're gonna be able to do 80?
Yep. Let's practice it.
You think? Maybe next week we'll see how many we can do. Okay, Braxton?
Okay.
I was gonna say Friday, but we got a movie to watch Friday, so. All right, here we go. 20 more. Ready? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good job, you guys. 7. Oh, you gotta actually go down and up, honey. 9, 10. Good job, Michael. 11, 12, 13. Come on, Valeria. 14. Come on, Natalie. 16. 17. 18. 19. 20. job. I've got hope. All right. Jumping jacks warm today. All right. Are you ready now? Oh, my hair is extra beautiful. There were a couple people who were asking some questions in journals about coming back to school, because remember we were talking about coming back to school the other day, a couple weeks ago, talking about that. And I think I answered people's questions individually in their journals, but we've got about 7 minutes before we need to start social studies. At least that was my plan. Is there anything that I can answer? Are there any questions that you don't know the answer to that you'd like me to try to answer for you? So I know this is all currently boiling around in your head. Anything? Okay, so some of us learned the hard way from our last social studies test that having notes that are organized and make sense is kind of important. So hopefully you can find your Columbus notes in your binder that we started taking yesterday. It's only been 1 day, so should be able to find them, I sure hope. We're going to go to the social studies section in our binder. Hopefully you've got all your Cliff Dwellers notes sitting there. I had 4 pages of Cliff Dwellers notes. And then yesterday we started Columbus. Michael, I know you got kicked off early yesterday. I sent you the picture of these notes, so hopefully they made it into your notes. Everybody else, I think, was here. I'm gonna get my poster out while you find notes. Did I tell you I have a silly song to teach you about Columbus? It's pretty good. It's a pretty good song. We're gonna work on that later. Lost by Natalie. What happens when you go to school with your blanket on? All right. Okay, yesterday we spent a bunch of time talking about trade routes. Does everybody remember this? Yes? We talked about how Europeans wanted to trade with Asia, and we got our map out, which I left out so we could look at it again today. So we talked about, I think I did that wrong. Yep. We talked about where Europe was and where Asia was and where they were trying to get to. You are not listening to me, computer. Maybe you are and you're just not doing what I want you to do. We'll just zoom in right here. No, it's not what I wanted you to do. Sorry, guys. It happens when I leave my map open for you. There we go. All right, yesterday we talked about how the Europeans wanted to trade with Asia. Does anybody remember why? We wrote it down, so if you don't remember why, you should be able to just look and see. But why did they want to trade with those guys? Why did the Europeans want to trade with the people all the way over here? I see so many hands were alive today. Montserrat, what do you see? Why did they want to do that? So write in your notes if you don't know.
We were talking about this yesterday. They wanted it because they wanted something like that they didn't have.
And I used my silly example of hot Cheetos and Takis, right? It's not like one's better than the other. It's just sometimes you want what you don't have, right? So we wrote in our notes that they wanted to trade with Asia, that they wanted gold, spices, silk, jewels, etc. And then we spent a lot of time talking about how there were already 2 ways to do that, okay? But they didn't like the ways they had. Does anybody remember why? Why didn't they like the ways that they already had to trade? Why did they want a new way?
Because if you went down on the bottom part of Africa, there's pirates, and if you walked, you'd have to go through a desert, and you might end up finding bandits.
Banditos, right? Okay, so either way, I've got criminals. Why are the criminals hanging out there? Because they know people are going back and forth. Remember, Brandon was my ship salesman, or sailor, remember? If I am a bad guy and I want to steal money, I'm gonna go where Brandon's going because I know that on board his ship, he either has expensive stuff from Asia that he's picked up, or he has Montserrat's money. Remember, Montserrat's loving and caring husband is buying her a new dress, remember? And she gave Brandon a whole handful of markers. So if I'm Jose and I'm a pirate, if I'm Jose and I'm a pirate,
I'm rich.
I'm gonna hang out right here and I'm gonna wait for these ships to come by. Or I'm gonna wait up here and I'm gonna wait for these caravans of people and camels that we talked about to come through because I know they're gonna have money. Okay, so that's one part. One part was the dangerous part, right? So Jonathan reminded us that they could sail down and around Africa and up, which is bad because of pirates and storms. Or they could go across land, which is tricky because of camels, deserts, and bandidos. Both routes were dangerous. We just talked about that. Took a long time. And they're expensive. We talked about that yesterday with the markers, right? Instead of Montserrat's silk costing 6 markers, it now costs 12 because on top of paying for the silk, she has to pay Brandon for the trip there and back. Everybody remembers all this? Yes? Great. All right, we're gonna add some new information to our notes. So here we go. We're moving on down the page. We're gonna put a new little bullet point in our notes. And we are gonna say Columbus, and you guys knew part of this. Columbus wanted to find a new and better trade route to get to Asia. All right, I know I'm faster than you, so I'm going to wait while you write that down. Columbus wanted to find a new way to make this happen. We know why they wanted a new way, because the 2 that they had were crummy, right? While you're writing, I'm going to go get something. Don't go anywhere.
Mm.
Didn't go anywhere, did you? Don't have a globe or a ball. Okay. Now, when Columbus was alive in the 1400s, people, humans, Europeans, had recently figured out that the world is round. Now, this sounds really stupid. It sounds really easy to be like, what the heck? How could they not know the world was round? But the answer is they didn't have satellites up in space taking pictures of things.
Can I tell you what they thought?
Hold on. And if you went outside right now and you looked as far as you could see, the world does not look round. It looks flat. When you look out at the sunset, at the ocean, you can't tell the world's round. It looks flat for as far as you can see. So because they didn't have satellites to tell them that the world was round, they thought it was flat because it looks flat. And so for a long time, humans believed that if they went to the edge of the earth, that they would fall off.
Oh.
That sounds completely ridiculous, but it makes sense why they thought that, right? I mean, it looks flat. If you go out to the ocean and you stare out there as far as you can see, in your head, it really does look like if I sailed all the way out there, it would just end. It really does look like that. So that's what they thought. But a guy named Magellan, he had sailed all the way around the world. He had this idea that the world was round, and he was right, which we know. And he actually took a ship and he was able to sail all the way around and come back. So then for a while, this is a good one, for a while, people thought the world was still flat, but that if you went to the edge, you could go down underneath and come back on this side and then come back up. Okay. science happens slowly. But most educated people, when Columbus is alive, they now agree, they believe that the world is round like a ball. So Columbus had an idea. He said, if I want to trade with Asia and the world is round, why can't I just sail east? Why can't I just leave Europe and sail this way, go around the world, and I'll pop up over here in Asia? That was his idea, okay? So he said, okay, if I leave Europe and I sail all the way around, I should be able to pop up right over here in Asia. Makes sense. It's a good idea, right? If the world's round, why can't I just sail backwards and go around the back side and come out on the other side? That's an idea that makes sense, right? It was a smart thing to think of, right? Except that there's a slight problem. Does anybody see on the map a slight problem if he's going to try to sail around the world and come up in Asia? See anything that could possibly maybe get in his way a little bit? Maybe
North America and South America.
Thank you, Wyatt, and other people.
Island.
Yeah, there's us. We are the problem. We are the problem. The United States, which at the time was not the United States, it was just North America. But this is a gigantic speed bump along his way. He cannot sail this way, go through us, around the other side, and get to Asia. It's not going to work. But he doesn't know this is here. People in Europe did not know that North America and South America were here. If you look at this whole chunk over here, guys, it's all connected. I could travel from Europe to Asia. I could travel from Europe down to the continent of Africa. I could travel all around on here. Would it take me a long time? Yeah, because I don't have a plane or a train or a car or anything else. But I could walk, I could ride my camel, I could travel all around on this chunk of land. But they had no idea there was another chunk because they hadn't been over here. Does that make sense as an idea? Okay, so he sets sail and he's like, woohoo, we're gonna go, we're gonna pop up on the other side. And instead, he crashes smack dab into a whole gigantic continent that he didn't know was there. You see how this is going to go down, right? Yeah. Okay, so we're going to add a picture because I know you're very excited about drawing pictures in your notes because you all talked about it in your flip grids. So here we go. Are you prepared to draw a really horrible picture of the world? Because I am. You know what a great artist I am. Okay. All right. We are going to try in our notes to draw something that looks kind of like that. Okay. So I don't know if it's more helpful for me to share this with you or if it's more helpful for me to share the horrible picture I'm about to try to draw.
Horrible picture. No, I think this because then we can see it, not all of it. Yeah, this would be easier because then we'll be able to see all of it.
All right, we'll go back and forth. How about that? Okay. So I'm going to start out drawing this part. I am not going to draw every little bump and valley and little sea and inlet of what. I'm just getting something in my notes that when I'm writing about this on my test, it's going to help me remember what in the world Miss Tyner was talking about.
I'm going to draw the circle first.
So I'm going to show you what I'm going to draw so you know how bad it looks so you'll know that yours is okay too, okay? So the first thing that I've got to get is I've got to kind of get Europe in here. Okay, so here's Europe. This is that big blobby part of Asia over there. Okay, this is literally what I'm drawing, you guys. It's not going to be great, but it's going to help. See, I kind of just drew this part right here, right? Okay, and then I'm going to try to get Africa down there so I can remember kind of where I am. So here's Africa. Is this perfect? Is this a beautiful drawing? Nope, but it's going to help me remember. Okay, and I've got little India here. I'm in the right shape, Miss Tyner. All right. So this is my beautiful drawing of that half of the world. It's beautiful, right? You're really impressed with me, I can tell. I'm going to label some stuff because otherwise this kind of looks like perhaps a giant blob of elephant snot. So I'm going to label stuff so I remember when I'm talking on my test. So down here, I'm going to label the continent of Africa. I'm going to label Australia. This is where the kangaroos are, right? Up here, I'm going to label Europe. I'm going to label Asia. Right here on this little dip I had right here, this is India, so I'm going to label that. Okay, is this great? Absolutely not. But it does help me, right? And I can add on some of the stuff that we talked about. I can say that we had one route for trade that went down around that way. Right, so I can remember when I'm talking on my test. So I can say that was one trade route. I could add down here, there are pirates, storms. And remember that we've learned that the better notes I take, the better I can do on my test. So you want to make sure you've got that information on there, okay? Because when it comes time for the test and you're like, oh, I don't have that. It's like, well, that's too late now. Okay, so that's one way they could trade, right? And then the other way that we talked about to trade was to go across this way. And I'm going to remind myself that this is a big desert right here. Okay. Not a great picture, but I know what it means. It's going to help me on my test. It's going to help me remember what Ms. Tyner was talking about, right? If Mr. Seaver could see my picture, he'd be laughing at me. What's up, Rory girl?
I want to watch your picture.
Rory wants to see my picture. Does that look like this? Supposed to look like this part of the world over here. Oh, thank you, Rory. She said I did a good job. She also has very low expectations. Okay, so now Columbus's idea, right? Columbus's idea was to sail east, which is this way. Maybe I should put a little compass on my map. I'll add that on. Okay, so he decided to sail from Europe and sail to the west. And his plan is that he's going to pop up on the east side of this continent. All right, so he's going to sail this way. This is our new idea. Okay, now his idea would totally have worked if this was the only land on Earth. Unfortunately for him, there's us. You're right here. Okay, no, we did not live there yet. The cliff dwellers did, though. They were there. Okay, so I'm going to add in North and South America over there. Okay, so pick up my black again. This is going to be really good. Yes, Jonathan, I see your hand.
Technically, if Columbus didn't do that, we wouldn't. We'd all have to live over there, and we like this version of ourselves wouldn't even be alive.
You know, Jonathan, the more we talk about all this, the more we're gonna talk about like how strangely our lives would be different if things hadn't have happened. Yeah. But Jonathan, I think that probably it's safe to say that if Columbus didn't make it over here, somebody would have made it over here.
Yeah.
And it's also important, as you guys told me yesterday, it's also really important to recognize that there were already people here. It wasn't just empty land sitting there with nothing happening on it. There were people living here. They just were not European.
Ms. Tyner, didn't it take like 30 days to get there?
We're going to talk about it for sure. All right, so I'm going to label this lovely new chunk of land that I made here.
Oh man.
Yeah. I I got the USA. I got Mexico. And I've got South America. Now, not a beautiful picture, but when I go to answer my question on my test, I'm going to look at this gobbledygook and I'm going to go, oh yeah, I remember, right? All right, so Columbus's new idea, if this was the only piece of land on the globe, if this wasn't here, would have worked perfectly. He could have just sailed from Europe, flipped around the back of the earth, and come up over here in Asia. But he runs into a slight problem because when he tries to do that and he sails west, he doesn't go all the way around the world. It crashes into a gigantic speed bump known as America. Now, you guys were talking to me about how you don't think we celebrate Columbus Day because he didn't discover anything. You told me that because there were already people here, and that is absolutely correct. The other part of that is, was he looking for us? Was he like, I'm going to go discover a new place? Was that his plan? Did he pack up his bags to go and discover somewhere new? No, why was he going? Why was he sailing this way? What was his reason? Montserrat, you're on fire today, girl. Let me hear it.
To find a new way to Asia?
Yeah. And did he find a new way to Asia?
Not at all.
No, not so much. Not
Miss
so much.
Tina.
Unless he kept going and past that.
He like hiked across and then kept going. Yeah, Jonathan?
Look at
I don't know why, but I just had a strong urge just to put the four corners on it.
Go for it. I like
I
it.
did. I had to use my phone to search up what all the states' names were, though. I knew like Utah and Arizona.
Going back to school, we're going to learn those states, Jonathan. Don't you worry. So I'm going to add one more thought onto our sentence here. It says Columbus wanted to find a new and better trade route to get to Asia. Okay, so I'm going to add wanted to sail west and go around the earth to the other side. And I'm going to put in parentheses. So his goal was to kind of go around the backside and pop up on the other side.
But Miss Tina, I have a question.
Yeah, Jonathan.
Did the pirates not hear about that about what happened? Like
Well,
what?
Jonathan, you have to remember that back then that communication was not what it is now. It's not like the pirates were going onto Facebook on their ship out there, you know? So if you were on a ship in the middle of the ocean and you're a pirate, you're not going to be talking to anybody. You're not going to be online. You're not going to be getting emails. You're not going to be getting phone calls. You're just...
Yeah, but like wouldn't they like when they'd come on land like sell the goods and stuff and like upgrade their and like buy stuff for the ship? Wouldn't they like couldn't they like eavesdrop and like hear what other people are talking about?
Sure, they could have, but you know, Columbus probably wasn't very exciting to them because he didn't have money on board his ship. He wasn't necessarily going to Asia to trade necessarily. He was...
Yeah, I know, but when he was trying to do his new idea, if pirates heard about it, they could have came over there and robbed him. They wouldn't have got a lot of money, but I mean, still, money is money.
Yeah, it's true, for sure. Luckily for Columbus, this wasn't like a path that a lot of people went on. So unless they knew that this was some expedition that was going that way, if I'm a pirate, I'm going to be putting my money down on this path, because this path is getting used a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, are there people who still need to see this page, or are we ready to go?
Ready? Oh, I'm ready.
Usually don't take it away yet, Miss Tyner. Are you ready? Can I see your picture? I want to see your picture. Can you hold it up?
Yeah.
That'll not be better than mine. Ooh,
Mine's way worse.
looking good.
Ow.
Not bad, you guys. Brandon, yours actually looks like a actual map.
What? Let me see.
Yeah, let me see, Brandon. I want to see how good you are at jawline.
Brandon, they want to see yours.
I spit on good.
Yeah, I can just like.
I'm looking for Brandon. There you go. Brandon's not even there.
Sorry, it's Valerius. I thought it was Brandon. Brandon and
Yeah, Brandon's not even sitting down. It's just his coat.
so it looks. Sorry, Valeria, that was yours.
I don't know what Valeria is. I lost Valeria. Where'd you go? There you go.
Your name?
No, yeah, there. Yeah, it actually does look like a real map.
Jeez, Valeria. All right. So
Are you sure you're not the real maps man?
now your job is to put that piece of paper back in your binder, in the social studies section of your binder, so that when you take the test, you don't go, oh, I don't want that. Put it in your binder. Okay. If anybody needs me to put that page back up, I will, but for right now, we're going to fill out planners. Okay, so I need you to find your planner. If you need me to put that page back up at the end, you just holler in a minute and I'll do it for you. But right now, let's get some planners done. All right, here we go.
Okay.
Waffles also, Braxton. Is that you, no, that's Wyatt. Wyatt, I say that too. Funny, Mr. Glenby said this. All right, we are on Tuesday, October 9th. All right, I'm going to put Bruno.
This is the last week till November.
What'd you say, Braxton?
This is the last week till November, I think.
Halloween's on Saturday. But get ready. All right, what else has to get turned in today, you guys?
Math.
Math.
Math test.
Math test.
Harry Potter.
And you broke a feet. You were going down. Yeah, if you break your leg, you can get in a wheelchair because if you break a leg, can you walk?
Is that Christian's house?
I heard if you break a leg, can you walk?
What?
Heard that too.
Learning about broken things.
If you break a leg, can you walk?
No,
Broken foot, it's gonna kill me pretty much.
Of course you can't walk. You have a broken foot.
my arm it could still move, so okay.
Grade
But if you don't have a leg, you don't feel any pain.
All right, here we go. We've got math, backside of math test. You're going to remember to come to office hours if you want help on that. What else is getting turned in? You've got 4 things. Harry Potter. 7. And what's the last thing?
P.
Please get all 10 points on your PE reflection.
Okay. I good at that.
All
I think all points. I don't know.
A lot of time I get like a 10.
through this planner, please, Jonathan. Thank you. All right, what did we do today? The first thing we did today was we had 18 people. Maddie would want that recorded. We had math test discussion. So you're ready to do today's math test. We did a little bit of circuit training. We worked on our COVID essay. Talked about reopening questions. And then we did Columbus. Ooh, sorry, guys. Okay, things I'm going to remind you about. I'm going to remind you that you need to pick up your materials either today or tomorrow.
Hold on.
Don't need your supplies. I'm going to remind you that you are welcome to wear your costume.
The long. When I got my stuff, when she gave me the thing you gave us for the treat, am I allowed to say it?
Don't tell everybody.
Okay. Well, when I was like, wait, I forgot what it was for. Then I realized when Christian walked in, he's like, "Is that the treat?"
Just a little one. Costumes on Friday. And what else? Oh, collared shirts tomorrow.
China.
Yeah, Jonathan.
I'm just gonna make a costume for my clothes and then use my prop sword.
That's fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's totally fine. I know some of us aren't going trick-or-treating because of COVID. Some of us are going trick-or-treating. Some of us are going to a party. Some of us aren't going to a party. Some of us.
Yeah, my dad's sister took us to took us into like Sacramento or like Fairfield. And
Princess,
we went
call that for costume. You go for it. I don't care.
and then we got like a when we went to Halloween Spirit, a Spirit Halloween, and my Aunt Kristen said we can buy one. She'll buy us one. We can get stuff. We can get something. And I found the sword. I'm like, yes. But I also found like blades, and I'm like, I don't know. But they were $30, and it only came with one, so I'm like, no.
Braxton, what do you
Had
want to
two, yes.
It's kind of a risk, but not really because you don't know if anybody's going to be out.
Yeah, I don't know what Halloween's going to look like. We have to wait and see. All right.
I'm going somewhere. Like when we were camping, we're probably going to go there again. It's a lot more people, or we're going to just go here.
My lovely ladies and gentlemen, if I am Natalie or Billy, I'm going to log on with Miss Amanda. Miss Amanda kicked Natalie out at 11 to go to Mr. Michael. Okay. All right. Everybody else, please come to office hours if you would like help with your math test today. Okay? All right, y'all. I'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.
I send you.